Hello everyone and welcome back. This is part 2 of the murdering box. So here we go. This is the Victorian stove stroke fireplace. I made it out of foam. All the detail is there, which is, I love it. I was going to leave it grey, but to be honest, it looks better with a black coat on it. So I know back in the day, the women of the house would spend a long time blackening the fireplace. So I'm painting it black. So yeah, it's looking good, looking good. Getting into all the nooks and crannies there with the paint. It's taken a bit of time, so I thought I'd better speed it up a bit so it's not boring you too much. It does take time, so yeah, fast forward, go a bit quicker. So yeah, that's about done. Let that dry, and then I'm just adding detail to the grandfather clock. Now this, in terms of Victorian, was quite a basic grandfather clock. It is only going in the kitchen, so I thought just a little bit of gold detail would look good on there. I was quite pleased with the clock face on this clock because I painted it gold and then I did some metallic little dots and things on it, and there's quite a bit of little detail in there, just cleaning off the dust because it has got a shiny surface on the top. Now here we go, we are painting the kitchen floor. So it's a flagstone floor and I'm just mixing a nice grey. I do go over this grey with a black wash, just to pick up some of the detail in the stone floor. It turns out okay actually. I sponged a bit of the black on as well, so I've sped this up a bit as well, and yeah, it turns out okay. Turns out all right, exactly how I wanted. Now the hole in the floor there is going to be where the murder victim will end up. So I am going to put some earth looking kind of fake soil on the top before I put the little body on it. So that should look quite authentic when it's done. Now this is the doorway leading out of the kitchen, and what I've decided to do is paper this wall. Now I did want to match the other wall that I'd papered, but I didn't have enough, so I found another paper in the book. It was similar, same sort of design, just a different kind of contrast, but the colours match, so I thought yeah, it'll be okay. What do you think? I think it goes. So I papered that wall. And off camera I also made a door to go on the door frame. I still need to varnish that, etc., so you'll see that in the next video. So here I am just covering it up, making a kind of template for it. Cut that out with a steel ruler and a sharp blade because you need to get the straight lines. And yeah, it's going okay. What I do is I save all my bits of paper, apart from the little bits, little tiny strips. I do save the other bits because you can cover little miniature furniture items or whatever. I try not to waste anything. So now I am using my trusty Pritt stick because if you use PVA glue, it will soak through the paper and absolutely wreck the pattern. And which I've said before is fine if you're going for something that looks water damaged or a really aged wall. That looks good, but I don't want that on here. This is quite a neat Victorian kitchen. So slather that on and then smooth down the paper just to get rid of any air bubbles and make sure it's flat and really on there. And that turns out really good as well. It's secure and that's good. Now to make the door frame. So I use my coffee stirrers. The problem I found with coffee stirrers is that when you are you cut out a piece, then you line up another piece, and you might find that that coffee stirrer, the same one that you cut one piece from, doesn't match the other piece. There will be different thicknesses because obviously it's a cheap wood, so you need to search through your coffee stirrers and try and find some that match in thickness and kind of the colour as well. Not that that is a big deal because I'm going to be painting it. See, there we go, trying to find one that's the same sort of thickness. But yeah, if you can find one that kind of matches, you're on a winner. I am not great with angles, as you've probably seen before, so I do the best I can, use my angle cutter. And then what I do is I sand off, get rid of any little burrs of wood, sand those off, cut it down, and then eventually just glue it all on. And it works out okay. And for the sizing as well, for the scale, the coffee stirrer seemed to work all right. It was the right size that I needed, the right scale for the size of the room. So yeah, I was pleased with that. Success! It worked. Just give it a tweak and a move around, because the PVA will take that long to dry. You can move it around onto the skirting board, and the same process again. Measure it out, cut it out, sand it off a bit, any rough edges, and glue that on. And that looks really good when it's done. It looks all right. So I'm going to paint that. I'm not sure what colour yet, but I am going to paint it. So yeah, just putting the last bits on there, and then next I will move on to the what do you call it, the chimney breast wall. Yeah, I'm going to go on to that, which you will see very shortly. And here we go. So some skirting board on there, same process again, glue it on. And that is pretty much done for now, because the fireplace is this fire here is gonna take up that wall. So I'm just making a frame, fire surround for the stove fireplace using foam again, and foam board. And what I need to do is, when I've made that frame, the fire surround, I need to make an edging and just to cover the foam edges. So the hottest glue gun in the world goes on, putting the top on, and then I will make some trims to finish off those foam edges using card. I never throw anything away. Cardboard boxes, especially that smooth card, brilliant for this type of thing. So I save them for that. Excuse me, I do have a cold. I'm getting one cold after another. So here we go. The trims are going on now. I just glue them on with PVA. I should have perhaps used hot glue, but because it's a foam edging, it would have melted the foam, so I was kind of restricted. Super glue would have done the same thing, it would have melted it. And I've got another glue, and I think that would have melted it as well. So PVA seemed the best, the tacky glue that I use. And then I will edge around the very top, and that is ready for painting. So you'll see that in the next one. I do put metallic details on, like a pot hanger and hinges for the little oven door, which you'll see at the end. and I used a tin can for that. I just cut out pieces for a tin can. Here's some detail of the grandfather clock. You can just about see the detail on the clock face, and the metallic pieces on the fire are coming up. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.